Hi, I'm Deborah, and I follow a high carb, low fat diet, mostly plant based. And I've been asked about protein a lot, not only here through YouTube, but also from people that know me and people around me. I was on vacation last week, and I said them that I was vegetarian, not because I don't eat meat. I do eat meat, but I just don't want to, especially when I'm around other people, because I don't want to be eating this every day. And they asked me, what do you do for protein? So let's make this video. My diet is high in carbohydrate, low in fat, and moderate in protein. Why do I do that? I like what Durian Writer says about protein. Protein is to make you grow, is to make you get bigger, and which is something that I'm not trying to do. I was trying to lose weight, try to get smaller, and if you want to do that, I think a lower protein intake, it's a good thing. Protein, it has an anabolic effect, and it makes you grow bigger. Of course, you're not gonna be fat by eating protein, but it does have that effect, at least on myself. And I noticed that when I consume too much protein, it's harder for me to lose weight. So protein is important, but not in the amount that people are telling you to eat. They say to eat your body weight in pounds in grams of protein. For example, if you're 120 pounds, you should be eating 120 grams of protein, which I think it's way too much. And consuming at least 30 grams of protein per meal. I was doing that, and I don't think it's necessary. So how much protein do you actually need in a day? It's a lot lower than that. So for example, a person that is 132 pounds would need only 48 grams. So you get your body weight in pounds and multiply by 0.36 is the amount of protein that you need in grams a day. In kilograms, for example, a person that is 60 kilograms would only also need 48 grams. So you get your body weight in kilograms and multiply by 0.8 is how much protein you need to eat in grams per day, not per meal. It's not a lot, and you can easily get that with plant-based sources, or if you like eating meat, you can do that. There is no need to be eating tons and tons of protein. Definitely not with every meal. It's up to you what you want to do. I like to eat small amounts throughout the day, or sometimes I just skip it altogether and I'll have it for dinner, or I just skip it all day and I'll have it the next day. It's not something that you have to have it all the time. Definitely you have to eventually promote muscle protein synthesis, and you don't have to do this all the time. If you're trying to build muscle, and if you are a bodybuilder, of course you want to do that as much as you want. But if you're average person like me, and you don't want to be huge, and you're just trying to shrink and lose weight, doing that a few times a week, once a week, that's more than enough. Have your minimum amount of protein, and then once in a while have like a higher protein meal, maybe once a week or twice. Doesn't have to be all the time. There's a book that I read, The Longevity Diet by Walter Longo. He promotes a low protein diet for longevity, and it's very interesting, his approach. And that's what he says, like, you don't have to be eating ridiculous amounts of protein every day. Actually, the least amount of protein you consume increases your longevity. But he does says that it's important to have like a higher protein meal once a week, and when you get older, maybe more often, maybe after 60 or 65. But I'm not there yet. So what are my favorite protein sources? I think I say it all the time. My favorite protein sources are TVP, which is like a soy meat. I do not buy fake meats. I do not like them. I think I try to avoid highly processed foods, even though TVP is processed, but it's just dehydrated soy. And it comes in different sizes. You can have like a larger, or you can have like very small pieces, like the texture is like ground beef, and you just put it in water, and I microwave it, and it's just like ground meat. And another thing that I like is edamame. I buy frozen. I get it at Walmart. I also like defrost it and I add to my salads or my rice bowls. I also like beans, and I do tofu. So those are my main sources. I also do a yogurt throughout the day. I add yogurt to my oatmeal, to my rice bowls with fruit. Not a lot though, just enough. And then I do chicken on the weekends. Mostly chicken. I'm not a big fan of fish, but I do it if I need to. Some people say that protein is great for reduce your appetite, reduce cravings, and all that. And I think there's some truth to that, but you don't need a lot of it to make that happen. It's like if you eat a huge amount of starch, like rice, and you don't feel satiated with that amount, you add a little bit of protein with that meal. If it's a sweet meal, you can have the yogurt, or you can have some beans, or you can have any of the plant-based sources, or a small amount of chicken or egg. You don't need to be a lot for you to make you feel satiated. So yeah, you can play around with that. Again, I'm very intuitive with the amount of protein that I consume. Same with everything else, but I try to keep it to a minimum, just enough to make you feel satiated. So yeah, if you feel hungry after eating a large amount of starch with fruit or vegetables, add a small amount of protein to your meal. That might help a lot with satiation, so you don't have to eat larger amounts of food. So I think adding a small amount of proteins to each meal, it is beneficial for satiation. I think that's all about protein. And again, yeah, you don't need huge amounts of protein. I did these crazy things in the past, and wow, I was doing lots of protein powder because I hate meat, and I think that's one of the reasons why I got so constipated. But I do love the taste of protein powder. I just try to avoid it. I try not to buy it anymore. I love the taste. I love the flavors that you can add to your oatmeal and stuff, and it's just like, I love everything about protein powder, but I'm just trying to avoid it. Not that I'm against it. I just don't want to go. It can get expensive, and I don't think it's necessary. You can get plenty enough protein just from whole food sources. So yeah, that's all about protein. If you have any questions, can you leave it down below, or if you want, you can also send me a private message on Instagram or email me. I'll be more than happy to help you. That's all for today's video, and I'll see you on the next one.